signs. Come put on this thing. Put on this thing.
My mom is a Gemini.
That's what they say.
And I'm a Libra.
Come on in, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, to Julian.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Oh, man. May 24.
May 24.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Let me invite my people on here.
Zuri's birthday is the 22nd.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Hi, Cherie. Hi, everybody. Let me let a few people come on here so that I can talk. Now you having me on video. You showing look at me. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Today's my Sabbath or Shabbath. And it's my rest day. However, I want to get on here to say thank you to Andre Stevenson. I know I have written it in posts on my timeline. However, I want to make an official video. I originally wanted to do a Facebook Live with Andre to say thank you and to give him the support that he rightfully should get. I don't even have the words. Honestly speaking, I don't even have the words. The words that I want to say it's not even in my mouth, because the words that I want to say, I don't think it exists, but the feelings that is inside of me, you know, to see how grateful and thankful I am towards Andre and even the others. But this live is to tell Andre thank you more than a gazillion times. Thank you. I appreciate you to the fullest of the fullest. My appreciation is limitless. You didn't have to take my call. You didn't have to take my call, but you did. Matter of fact, I'm going to thank somebody else. And if I stand corrected, it's this person that gave me the number. Rachel, I want to thank you so much. Turn it down. I want to thank you so much where you reached out to me and you said, here is Andre's number. You can reach out to him. I actually, before Rachel, got the number from me, it was you, right, Rachel? Before Rachel got the number from, did the light dim?
Yeah.
It sure did dim.
What's going on? That's suspicious.
Before she got the number from me, right? A matter of fact, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I know it got dimmer. How I know this is the most I doing. I went on Instagram and I messaged Andre. I went on Facebook and I messaged Andre, but I didn't get a response back when I did that. But I was waiting because, you know, I just sent the message. I wouldn't get, most likely wouldn't get back, I answer back immediately. And right after I did that, I was like, because I was so desperate to get help, because I saw that they were going to push this underneath the rug, that they didn't want, carry my my stand, carry my stand. All right, never mind. No, never mind.
Why?
No, I said never mind, Gabby.
Okay.
And I said to myself, I have connections. I still have connections back in Jamaica. So let me try reach out to my connections that I have in Jamaica. Mind you, I got turned down. Whoa, it reached 42 so quick. I got turned down from some of my connections. And when I'm talking about connection, I'm talking about strong connections. And I got turned down. People that I know, that knows high authority. People that I know that know people. Look on me, Althenia, and told me that they did not know any police or anyone. And I shook my head. And it's a shame. I'm talking about people in high authority. And I have tears in my eyes to know that these are people that I look up to. You understand me? These are people that I look up to. And I reached out to them because I saw that these people were about to push this thing under the rug. As I told you guys, the first thing that I saw to know that this was going to push under the rug is that when they said she was last seen at her house, I said the corruption started already. So I knew nothing was going to come out of it. I know the pain that Sophia is going through and all of that. I stepped it up. I know my family would have been fearful. My mom was fearful that, you know, thinking that, okay, they might come after you to kill you, this, that, because we're dealing with police and we know it's corruption. I said, Mommy, if I have to die, I will die. And I won't die because the Most High will stand for me. I know who I am and whose I am. And no demon nor devil can do any harm to me when I know who I am. Okay. Why I know that this is the Most High doing, I told you, I send the messages to the Instagram and Facebook Messenger. And bam, I didn't hear anything. I was so desperate. Hey, Janice, Kingston 13, big up yourself. I was so desperate. I'm messaging people here, there, everywhere. I messaged even somebody really, real close to me. And I can tell you that person also got on it and helped me as well. I got the lawyer numbers, I got through to Indicom and all of that. But when I tell you that Andrea went above and beyond, listen to me, when I called Andre that night, when I messaged Andre that night, he answered me mind you, though, remember, I tell you, I sent an Instagram message and I sent a Facebook message and I didn't get a the telephone number, and I message him on WhatsApp and I plead him and tell him what is going on and the story and all of that. He calls me, or he told me to call him, and I called him. I think that I won't tell any lies. And we spoke on the phone and I told him what it is. He said it was a Friday. He said to me, so she was missing the Tuesday, that Friday. So he said to me, you know, he would love to talk to Sophia. And I gave him Sophia's number, and I made sure I called Sophia and I tell them, you know, listen, Andre willing to take the story, Andre willing to help us, and she agreed. It was Friday night. He said to me he wasn't planning on coming on that Friday, and he came on. He came on, and I am so grateful. I am so thankful to Andre on behalf of Sophia, the entire family, myself, my mother, the supporters, everyone. Andre, thank you. Thank you so much. Because if we did not stand up, if we didn't come together in unity, even though it's not large in number, but remember the scripture says, and I'm not going to preach, remember the scripture says, one shall fall 1,000, and two will put 10,000 to flight. If you do the math, three will put 100,000 to naught. When we came together and we put many to naught. And I really appreciate every single one that is even joining on right now, that is on the other side of my page, that's following, that's listening. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for those that, you know, got information. The said Officer Brown, I know that's not her right name. The said Officer Brown, everyone that called in and gave something, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you on behalf of me and the family. I want to thank you so much. Thank you for the prayers. Listen to me, we made history last night. Andre made history last night. That was a powerful. It was beyond even powerful. Of the candlelight vigil virtual last night, all those prayers that came through last night, it was so powerful. Listen to me, I eventually did fall asleep, but I fall asleep with the iPad right at my ears, because even yesterday I wasn't feeling too good. And because, you know, this is a warfare. What you all don't know, what you all don't understand, is that we're dealing with occultism. This is a case of high occultism. This is not a little normal case. And when I said I have to come out here and give my thanks and appreciation to Andre, listen to me. Andre put his life on the line. Even myself put my life on the line, you know, because we know who we are dealing with. We know what we are dealing with. I have given my testimony. These people came after me. Every time that they go to up their powers, I see it. Every time that they go to open portals to do stuff, I see it, and I post it on my wall, and I said, yes, they went to go do this and they went to go do that. But I know the Father in which I serve, so I know we're going to have victory. And I can tell you this, if we did not come together with Andre, come together as a team together, we would have not gotten this far. I see many people talking about it's because Donna-lee is a social media influencer. No, it's not because she's a social media influencer, because she's a social media influencer and she's well known, in which last night I was going to put up a post with and I'm still going to put it up. I was going to put up a video with her and Usain Bolt because they are friends. And I have not seen Usain Bolt come out and speak up for Donna-lee. So no, it's not because she's a social media influencer why she's getting this attention. She is getting this attention and because we come together and we stood up, we protest, we didn't back down, we didn't listen to these police and say, okay, sit back and relax and wait on them. It took them what, 14 days or how many days? Somebody remind me. It took them how many days before they start to do something? Was it, I think it's 14 days. It took them that long before they started to do anything. They said they went to his apartment those 2 times before, and I don't believe them. Because if they had went there, come on people, if they had went there those 2 times, the same way as how the 3rd time when the forensic was video came online, you don't think that those 2 times somebody would have caught those videos? Think people, think. Andre, thank you. I don't care what people want to say. I don't care what people want to bash people. You and say, I don't care. I really don't care. Last night I was and I said, and I'm going to post it. I was going to make a post because I see some comments and I see some things, and I was going to make a post and I said, the most I used a prostitute called Agar. I don't want to preach, and I'm not going to preach. The most Ahaya used a prostitute. So the people in the back that is bashing Andre and saying certain things, you better close your mouth before the most I twist that mouth of yours. The most I used a prostitute called Agar to lead the children of Israel into the promised land. The most I use a donkey to do what he had to do. So leave the young man alone. Didn't they say David was mad? You see? You see, people know who, don't know who for frighten because you can't frighten me. So I'm going to address those people. Didn't they say David was mad? Didn't they say David was mad? Wasn't David a murderer? But it was him the most I chose. Leave Andrea alone. Leave Andrea alone. Let me tell you something. Andrea have a serious calling upon his life, and I told him that. Leave Andre alone. Every prophet, every disciple that the Most High chose, they had an issue. They had an issue. Every single one of them had an issue. If I should bring you even back to the New Testament, when Apostle Paul gathered Timothy, he said, Timothy turned to Paul and said, my past is going to be my endurance. I'm paraphrasing. They're going to look on my past. And Apostle Paul said to him, I'm breaking down that whole chapter for you to understand. Said, don't look on that. Go and do. Thank you, my Rabbi. Go and do what the Most High wants you to do. Everyone have a past. Everyone have a story. Everyone that the Most High used and chose have a story. How you don't know if Andre is not the one that's going to break this corruption? How you don't know that Andre is not the one that's going to take our people out of the slavery and bondage that Jamaica is still in? All of you participating in Independence Day today. Is Jamaica independent? Jamaica is not independent. Leave Andre alone. I see somebody say Andre deserve a medal. That's my friend Sherry. He deserve more than a medal. He deserve more than a medal. He is the voice of the voiceless. He is the voice of the voiceless. And let me tell you something, I pray over that young man. My mother even called me this morning and she was praying over Andre. Every penny that somebody give to Andre, him deserve it. So nobody no need to come on Andre life and talk about money. Him deserve it. He's not working, or his business not doing good right now, and he's getting a fight from the government. Why? Because he's opening his mouth to speak against the corruption, to speak against the things that they are doing. Yes, he went through the process because he has a purpose on his life. The Most High allow him to go into the lion's den. Let me give you scriptures, because I'm going to give you scriptures for you to understand. The Bible tells us, the Most High said in the word that I will put you in the where the lion is, where the snakes is, and you shall not be hurt. Them can't touch Andre. Not until he finishes assignment. When you have a true calling upon your life, no matter what your lifestyle want to be, no matter what who you want to be, let me tell you something. Once you have a calling on your life, the Most High is going to use you, and use you until it's time for you to leave this earth. Y'all need to know who you are. Luke 10 and 19 says, I give you the power and the authority to trample all serpent, snake, adversary, and scorpion, and you shall not be hurt. Yes, I saw somebody had sent me, before Donna-lee case, somebody had sent me the video of his restaurant, and I cried for that young man. I cried for that young man. Well, see, Audrey said if Donna-lee was not missing, she wouldn't know Andre. Listen to me. Even when Andre started to talk about Donna-lee case, a lot of people still did not know what was going on. When the protest came about, that was when more people started to know what was going on. So for the people in the back talking, bashing him and talking about him, he deserved every penny that somebody gives him. And let me tell you something. If you have that money to help that young man, help him. If you have that money to help, it's not me. And I don't think that Andre sent me on here because he didn't even know. Okay? I was led by the Ruach HaKodesh, which means Holy Spirit, to come on here to say thank you. I was led. Andre deserved every penny. He deserved every award. Let me tell you something. The government afraid I am like a puss. They're afraid I'm like a puss. Because the Most High placed him in the lion's den to know everything. So when it's time for the Most High to do what he is about to do, everything will go smooth. Watch the exposure. You not see exposure yet. You not see exposure yet. For those that are on my page, I've heard me spoken and have read posts from me of the things pertaining to the government in Jamaica. That's nice, Mary. Listen to me. When Andrea talked about debate club and all those stuff in high school, Mary, that's me. I was in JC's club, Jamaica Junior Chamber Club. I was in debating club. I was in all of those stuff. But people don't even know that's me. They only know that I will challenge people. I will challenge people. And I'm going for my facts before I come out here. But let me tell you something. Thank you, darling, for watching me. Let me tell you something. Andre. We all know that Andre get a fight with his business, his restaurant. We all know that. He's getting a fight in many other ways. We all know that. If you are led, if the Most High put it in your heart to help this young man, help him, please. He deserves it. He deserves it and more. He don't have to be a voice for the voiceless. He don't have to open his mouth and talk for us. He don't have to put his life on the line for nobody. And you know what? He's doing even more. He was, I saw Gabby camera iPad come. Somebody just sent me a message. I will read it shortly. He is doing more than even what the church is doing. Don't get me wrong, there are churches, because I know of a few that have, this is mine, I know of a few that have been praying with us, but the church, when you need the church is not there. The church should be there to be standing up. If the church was doing what it was supposed to do, no way the devil would be having Jamaica like him stamping grounds. If the church was doing what it was supposed to do and to be doing, the devil would not have Jamaica as its stomping ground for all this innocent bloodshed to be upon the land. Jamaica is not the Jamaica that I knew, that I grew up in. When I was a child living in Jamaica, I went to Bishop Alistair Church, 3 to 5 Oakland Road, Bethel Born Again Apostolic Church. And we, the young people, we used to dress up in our full white and march them streets. We used to go to church and do fasting and pray. We go and look for other young people to bring in souls. It was about kingdom building. It was about the souls. Gone was the days when church groups used to go into different garrisons and do prayer meeting and prayer. No, you don't see those things. All these churches and different pastors and so-called apostles and prophets are doing is talking about sowing seed, prophesying, and all of this. Being a prayer unto you, the people, not P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y. Sucking money out of your pocket. Some are not having the last money or the rent money. I'm going to take on the money because I'm not so desperate for a prophecy. Why can't you open your mouth and prophesy over your life? What you think the word said, death and life is in the power of your tongue. If you speak death over yourself, is death going to be. If you speak life over yourself, life going to be. The word said, speak as though it be. Ezekiel 37 says, speak. Speak, prophesy over yourself. You don't need a prophet. You don't need me. You don't need me to come out here to prophesy over you. You don't need me. You don't need me to come and wish or declare a blessing over you. No. You don't need me. A prophet is supposed to be a mouthpiece for the Father. A prophet is one that hears from the Father of things that is coming, that will warn the people to prepare or to have the people in repentance mode. That's what a prophet is or supposed to be. All these other ones tell you, oh, you're going to get car, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. You're working as a soothsayer. You're working as a obia man. You're working as a psychic. You're fortune teller. But you see, some of you will run and go jump and throw money into these people. But if Andre, and mind you, Andre did not give out his cash app and Zelly just like that. It was people in the comment section that told him to put it up. It was never him. It was never him. So my people, I don't know if anybody remembers the Zelly, and I know it's 954. I don't remember the rest. If somebody can give me the Zelly number so that I can, or type it on here so that I can pin it so that people can donate or give something to Andre, not Altina, because Altina is not like that. I am a giver. I am a giver. I help people. When I come on here to pray or to give a word, I don't ask people for sow seed in me. I don't be on here 24/7 a day doing Facebook Live. I have a mantle and a calling upon my life, and I don't do that. I see the need for Andre. It's Andre time and it's Andre season. And he was called for this. Andre, I appreciate you so much. No man, him deserve more than a Grammy. Who is this person named Ron All? If you're coming up here with your foolishness, look here, don't bother send me nothing. Let me see if a foolishness you're gonna come. Oh. Please, if you're not coming up here to say something, don't. If you want to come up here and say thank you, you don't have to show your face. If you want to come up here and say thank you to Andre, please send the invite button. Let all of us send a thank you to Andre. Somebody, can you put up the Zelle, please? Let me see if I could get it from my iPad. Him deserve it. Trust me, people. Him deserve it. Him deserve it. Me not lie. Him deserve it. He went above and beyond. No, him deserve it. He deserved it. And the JCF and the government may not like it and they're trying to shut us up. Y'all have to understand that. We're still under slavery. They're trying to shut us up, so they're coming out with all these laws and stuff. I see some people. Okay, let me answer this. Why is it doing like this? Oh, okay. All right. I click the first person. It says add in. It says add in. I forgot who the name is. I think it says Andrea. You send me an invite. Was it by mistake? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to type in the Zelle. Was it a mistake? 708.